Hello, this is Second Soundwave again, and today we're looking at another Gundam. This isn't really a full Gundam, this is from the high-grade build custom line. But this is the Dark Matter booster, which is the support unit for Gundam Exia, Dark Matter Exia. Now, this isn't anything new. If you have Dark Matter Exia, this is just the backpack, so I don't think you need this as some sort of upgrade to it, because you don't. Just take a quick look at the box, just because there's some interesting stuff. You can see that this doesn't just work with the Exia, this works with any Gundam in the high-grade line, just about. At least that's what they claim. So you can see you got the Sinanju using it, you got the Wing Gundam using it, you got the Double X unit using it if you turn it around without bumping into stuff. You got that thing using it, you got the Sinanju again. It looks like you can also attach to a striker pack. And then some other Gundams over there. And yeah. So here is the Exia Dark Matter booster. So you can see we can just take this off the stand for a minute as we're looking at it and pop in the little cap that covers up the stand hole. As you can see, this is a nice little bird. It's got some posability. These can move, although they're very tight. These blade pieces can move. The wings are on ball joints that can tip that way. They're also on sort of double hinges, so they got a good range possibility. His head can't really look up more than that, but it can look down for transformation, and the feet can sort of go in for transformation. Now I did mess up a bit when I was putting on the stickers. I guess it's noticeable on this side. See that the eye sticker isn't quite aligned, but it's not a huge deal. And one issue that is a bit big is that because of how tight these go in, they're very hard to get in, and then they actually pop out quite easily. Oh, these are actually ball joints, so they can move in and out just a bit, but it's not really noticeable. Anyway, and notice in the background, these three are not nearly as far in the background as they normally are, because we're going to be putting their theory that this works with any Gundam to the test. Now, I've got some Gundams with a few different styles of back connector. We got one with a normal striker pack attachment. We have one with a striker pack attachment, but it has an issue with that, and we'll get to that. And then we have one with a two-hole backpack. I was going to use the Reborns because it has no backpack connector, but the same principle actually applies to this, even though it does, and I'll explain why. But I didn't need to drag out the Reborns too, which is a relief because I really don't like that kit. Anyway, this kit, you can pop these bottom wing parts off. They're just on ball joints. And you get these blade things. Now, you can pull these handles out, and I would recommend not pushing them all the way into their divots, because otherwise you can't really get them out. Now, let's bring up the 00 here. And what you do is you just drop the little round peg into the hand, and then you sort of squeeze it up until it's flush with his arm. And it doesn't always completely like to hold there, and as you can see, he's getting that thing that I talked about in the GM Sniper review, where sometimes the backs of their hands start to come off, but if you have it sort of angled right, and the back of the hand, like I said, isn't coming off like that, it will stay on his arm, and actually can be held fairly solidly. Let's try that again just for good measure. I'm not going to spend too long trying to get this to work, but just know that it does work. And the result's kind of cool, actually. So yeah, so you have two of those, so you could have them dual wielding them, which would look pretty cool. And now for the backpack itself, you can flip this down, flip these in, and then you want to, I keep forgetting I have no fingernail on that hand. You flip this out, you flip these around this way. Actually, surprisingly complex transformation, because usually Gundam sort of transforming suits don't have a whole lot of complexity to them, just by nature. And there's the basic backpack. Now, you can attach the wing units. Sorry if that was off camera, it probably was. I think this is I may have these on the wrong side. I think there is a left and right to them, actually. But Yeah, there, see, his hand came right off. But I'm just going to quickly just sort of slap these on just to give them somewhere to go. There. Put these down here, and I'm going to actually, when you have these attached, you can rotate it up and swing these down. And then you're going to want to swing these down. I'm going to do that off screen because they're kind of stiff and kind of fragile, and yet they also like to pop off. Bad combination, really. There. And yeah, they're not perfectly lined up, but you can see there's a striker pack peg, and if you have a figure with a striker pack hole, and on some of them you do need to, I think you do actually need to remove this on this guy, and then pop it on. It's kind of a short peg, unfortunately, for a striker pack. Generally they have much longer pegs, but you can kind of get it dressed in there. But if you're having trouble with that, they foresaw that because they include actually a peg extender piece that has like a hole in a peg. So if you need that, you can use it. I'm not going to dig to my parts bag for it, but do know that you get 2 of those. So that's useful. Now, you might be just completely unable to get it in. The hole might be just too far recessed in, or the figure might outright have no hole at all. That's where this comes in. You'll notice this foreign object sticking out here. Well, it's on like a little spacer that goes in between the peg and hole that attaches the waist together on pretty much every high-grade Gundam. So I got it here on 00, and you just lift the arm up and down, and now there's a new peg. And while it is kind of absurdly far out on his back, if you get the peg just ease right in there, you can have him kind of using the backpack. And what I do is I sort of swing these down, and I sort of bring it back up, bring these out. So you out to here, you out to here. And it looks better if you take the time to sort of, get everything just right. But I generally make it into sort of a cannon thing, so as you can see, you can still use it on figures like the 00 Riser. Now, you can also use it on, there, well, it comes off at both ends, but let's take these off back here. It can also be used on the GM Sniper. You just take it and you, uh-oh, look at that. It can't do that. The hole's too big and they're too far apart. Well, Bandai foresaw that, and you get this. And what you do with this is you plug it in here, and then you plug it in here. And now, I know I didn't take the time to pose this right, you get a very back-heavy GM Sniper. But regardless, it's a GM Sniper with the Dark Matter booster. So yeah. Now, that's not all you can do with this piece, because if I can remember how you do it, it's, I have to look at the instructions for this, but you sort of flip these back, you flip these up, and you, let's see, we just need to get these up, and that, and there. So you get it sort of like this, basically, with the wings and stuff all facing forward. Then you can take a striker pack, and you'd actually do it to tilt the wings down a bit. You take the striker pack, and you peg it into this peg back here. And now, you sort of just ease these all together. You have a sort of jet thing. Now this isn't the right striker pack to use, this is just the flight unit for the Red Frame Stray. But as you can see, if you have the right stuff, it can actually look pretty cool. You can get like these little hover jet sort of thing. So that's neat. So let me just sort of reassemble everyone here as I talk about my final verdict on this set. I think it's pretty good. I think it's very good. I like it. You definitely need to have some sort of other Gundam if you're going to get it. I would recommend that, even if it's just another Build Fighters kit. If you already have a Dark Matter Exia, unless you really like the backpack and want to put it on everyone else, I don't see why you'd need to get this set. It's kind of unnecessary for that purpose. Let's see. It's fairly cheap. You can get it for around $7 or $8 on Hobby Link Japan. That's where I got it. I'm not sure if it's still in stock there. If it isn't, just you could probably get it on like Hobby Search or something. There goes another spike. Structural integrity is, well, it's okay. As you can see, the spikes like to fall out a lot. It's not bad. It was a fun little build. I actually filmed some of the build, but my camera died before I was able to complete filming it, unfortunately. But overall, I think it's actually quite a good kit. I would definitely recommend it, like I said, if you have some form of other Gundam. Even if it's just like an F91 or something small like that. That's pretty much it. Incidentally, I am doing I started a new blog called writeraday.blogspot.com. I would recommend going to check it out if you don't know what a Kamen Rider is. Well, look at the first post, and if you already know what one is, well, I just do an article on a different Kamen Rider every day, and today's, I believe, well, actually I won't say what today's is because I have no idea when this will actually get uploaded. But there will be one today. Wow, that sounded lame. Anyway, before I draw this out for too long like I do with my GM Sniper review, I'm Second Soundwave. This is the Dark Matter Booster. See you next time.